Yo, yo, yo. What's going on with y'all, man? It's your boy Smitty, the elephant in the room. We back again for another edition of Addressing the Elephant in the Room, man. Today I got a special guest, y'all. The WBA Intercontinental Champion. Fresh off a unanimous decision last Saturday on the undercard of Jerron Ennis versus Yusuf Lima. Give him a second, man. See if he on there. See he on stage. Oh, he ain't ready yet. He ain't ready yet. So we're gonna go ahead and let that sit back real quick. Let that, man. Get some people in here, man. Get y'all in here, man. There you go. There you go. Yo, you hear me, Ty?
Yeah. What's going
Yo, what's
on?
going on?
What's going on? Y'all can hear me clear? You can hear me
Yeah, I
clear?
hear you clear. I hear you perfect.
All right, bet. Yeah, what's going on?
How you feeling, buddy? You good? Coming fresh off that great
Yeah,
win that last Saturday, unanimous decision against a very tough Jose Ramos. How you feeling?
yeah. I'm feeling good, man. We got it done, man. We got it done, man.
When you was fighting, it looked
Wasn't the
like you
best
was. You
performance.
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. What you saying?
No, it was, wasn't my best performance, but we ended up getting the job done, unanimously. You know,
Absolutely, man. Going in, I was watching you when you got the knockdown in the third round, man. It looked like you was trying to get the finish, but he was wiggling a little. Was that the goal going into that fight? You was looking for the knockout, or was that just something that because when I was watching basically I said it looked like you was trying to get that knockout, like that what you was going for, but
it
it just didn't.
that wasn't that. I ain't gonna lie, that wasn't even the plan because the goal was because I knew my arms. And this was his game plan. He thought he could out jab me, but he ain't know he was taller than me, but his arms wasn't longer than mine. So I knew as long as I had my jab working. Once I seen the first round and I had my jab working, and I knew my jab was hitting him, and you know what I mean, and I could hit him and he couldn't. I'm like, all right, you know what I mean, but it just came in the third round. I
Right.
ain't even look for it.
Okay. So going into training camp for this fight, because this was a step up fight for you competition wise, because Jose Ramos, he coming off a big victory, himself, probably the biggest victory of his career so far.
Yeah,
With some people saying he didn't, some people saying he did because of the later rounds, but him beating Jaleel Hackett at the end of the day, they gave him the win. That was a big fight for him. So you beating him, that was a big victory. Going into that
yeah.
fight, what was the game plan though? Like strategy wise.
This was my first 10 rounder. So the main thing was just the main thing going in there was just the conditioning and just make sure, and I knew my conditioning. I already knew my conditioning was great going in. I prepared in camp. In camp we always do more rounds than we got to do in the ring.
Okay.
So if I'm doing, if I gotta fight 10 rounds, we was in there doing 12 or possibly more. So I knew I could do the rounds, but the atmosphere and everything, it will change the situation when you get in there. A lot of people you don't know unless you've been in there that sometimes the crowd can take your energy. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I won't lie. Sometimes, and it ain't happened to me. It ain't happened to me, and it ain't gonna happen no more. But I have been in the early part of my career. I have been, overwhelmed, and the third round coming. I'm like, but not even more so because I'm tired, but more so because I was overwhelmed with the crowd, and you know what I
This
mean.
was a
But
big.
those
This wasn't a huge turnout at the not the Wells Fargo. We the Xfinity Live now. It wasn't the what y'all last fight turnout, but this was still a big turnout. So how
yeah,
was it? Because you wasn't the co-main, but you was the fight before the co-main when the heavyweights fought. So
yeah.
you was leading up to Jerron's fight, Boots fight. How you talking about the atmosphere? Was it like it was the nerves kicking in, or what was it?
I don't got no nerves no more.
Oh yeah.
I ain't,
So
I ain't
what
gonna
you mean
lie
by
to
the
you.
atmosphere?
It was just I ain't gonna lie. It was wild. Now it's like now the crowd give me energy. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like before, like I said, like it couldn't take your energy, but now the crowd give me energy. So going in there, it was, I was excited. You know what I mean? I'm walking in the crowd, on your way to the ring, it's just tunnel vision now.
He says tunnel vision now.
Tunnel
So let's
vision.
talk a little bit more about the fight. You had posted something on Instagram. It was a meme. It was funny because he was talking about when as the meme went like you sit down and you trying to get yourself together and coach already jumping in your face. Do this, and you like, and the meme says, "Golly, give me a break." But it's funny because I remember that part of the fight. I can't remember which round it was, but it's before you even sat down, Coach Bosey. Because I don't know, is that your father, your brother,
That's
Coach
my
L?
dad.
That's your dad. Okay.
That's my
Well, I
dad.
seen him talking to you, but before he could even get started, Bozy Ennis was already on you. Like, man, you gotta get the jab. Or what? You was had the look
Yeah.
on your face when you wanted to be like, Bozy, chill out, man.
No,
Golly,
no.
is that when you posted that meme on the internet on your Instagram story? Was that because of that moment?
No, it was that joint. I ain't gonna lie. That joint just took me out. Ray J killed me when I seen that. But they gonna be. That was just a little joke, man. But you gotta expect them to be on you. You know what I'm saying? And I already knew what they was expecting on the way in there. So every round, I was already prepared for them to give it to me every time I sat down.
Got you. What's it like having Bozy and your pops in your corner? Because you see how Bozy is with Boots, and but so how is he like that with all of y'all? You, Dennis, but since we talking about you, is he like that with you a lot?
Yeah, yeah, Bo. You know what I mean? Bo and my pop and DJ Dad, Pooh. You
Oh,
mean everybody? You know what I mean? Ain't nobody bigger than nobody at the gym. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
what I like to
So
hear. That's what I like to hear.
everybody got their words. If they got something to say, you know what I mean, they gonna say it. They not gonna not say it because they not the head trainer. Or everybody say what they gotta say in the gym, and everybody take heed to what everybody's saying.
Okay.
So
So now that you the Intercontinental champ, you moving up in them rankings. What I know the year's basically almost over. We had what 2 months left really of this year.
yeah,
When can we be expecting to see Ty Smalls back in the ring? Are we hoping the early quarter of next year, beginning of next year? What we doing?
I'm trying to get back as soon as possible, man. I'm not trying to dwell on this win, and it was a great win. I'm happy I got it, but I'm not trying to live off of this. I'm trying to
Got
keep it going, and I'm trying to I'm trying to get higher in the ranks. I'm there. We just broke the barrier a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep it going.
got you. I got you, man. So
So as soon as possible.
got you. So are you signed with Matchroom or are you signed through like Boots Promotions company with your gym?
No, I'm signed with Matchroom.
Okay, got you, got you. So
Signed with Matchroom.
Eddie's your promoter. Well, then that helps them. What's some of the plans you and Eddie got going forward now that you got this fight? Which just like I said, because you just beat a guy that's probably coming off his arguably the best win of his career, beating
Yeah,
Jaleel. Some people, like I said, think he didn't. Some people, at the end of the day, the judges gave him the win. So that was his best
exactly.
win of his career. And you just beat him, took that strap away from him. Have you and Eddie started discussing what y'all plans for you going forward?
It's the plan.
The
Exactly,
plan is the plan.
exactly how it's supposed to go. The plan is the plan. To get higher in them ranks and try to get some more belts. And try to get me as close to number one as possible. That's the plan.
Got you. So what got you in the boxing? Let's get a little rundown so the people can know everybody that's in here. Before he answered that, everybody that's in here, is 12 people in here, man. We're gonna get more people in here. Hit that like button. If you ain't already subscribed to the channel, subscribe. Show this channel support. We're gonna keep having Ty on here, but hit that like button while y'all in here. But go ahead, Ty. What got you in the boxing? We know you from Philly, you from down north where it's cold at, for anybody that don't know. But what got you into boxing besides just Philly being a sports town and then a historically boxing town? What got you into boxing? You personally?
I can't. I honestly, it's like I was in it before I had a choice, man. I can't even remember getting in. My brothers was my dad was a professional boxer. He had a little couple complications with his. He had a fight or two. They got cut short. He ended up getting shot. That got cut short. So he always made sure me and my brothers always knew how to fight. And my brothers, 5, 7 years older than me. So when they was in the gym, I was in the gym 3 years old. And as far as I can remember, we had a gym in the crib. We had a gym in the house.
Okay,
So it's like I ain't had no choice but to work out. But
Got you, man.
getting serious, I started making, I made a decision when I was like 14, 15. I went to him. I'm like, this is really what I want to do. You know what I mean? And at first he didn't want to mess with it. At first he didn't want to mess with me because he already knew how he was. He like, man, I'm not half stepping. He like, I ain't half stepping. So
Ain't
he
no
not
how they
in it.
say how the
I'm
old heads say it. They say, "What's that Mob Deep song? Them old heads love." Ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. He telling you either all
yeah.
the way in or you not.
That's exactly how he was. And he like, man, if you don't want to do it, you ain't want to do it all the way. We not doing it. So I had to show him. He wasn't even training me in the beginning. I literally had to
Who was
show
training
him.
you?
I was in Front Street with
What, Coach
heavyweight
Real?
Terrence Lewis.
Okay, with Coach Terrence. Okay.
Yep, yep. So T was training me in the beginning, and I had to basically prove to my dad that he should get back into it.
Okay.
So
And what age was you when he finally said, "You know what? I think you ready. I'm gonna take you under."
and I knew it wasn't no going back because the way he ended up putting a 1,000%. I thought he was gonna put 100%. He ended up putting 1,000%.
Okay.
He cut everything else short for me. He had a
Got
lot.
you.
He had a lot going on himself. So he had cut a lot of stuff short for me just to be in the gym every day and just to be taking me running and So I mean, I appreciate it. I appreciate him for that.
So yeah, I got you. So did your pops, was he already, him and Coach Bozy in this? They was already working together, and then when he felt like you were serious, he brought you in with them? Or when did you and your pops go over there to Bozy's dungeon, as they call it?
No, we already knew everybody. Everybody's already linked up, but we was over there. They was in the dungeon, and I was running. I ain't gonna lie, I was running through my work. I was running through all the work I was getting everywhere else at Front Street. We had dudes coming from other places. I was just running through the work I was getting. So he was like, he like, you need to go to another level. So we went over there one time for some sparring or something. I probably was like 14. I probably was like 14 and I sparred boots,
Mm.
you know, and it ain't go my way.
He said it
You know
ain't
what
go
I'm
my way.
saying? It ain't go my way. So after that, I think he tried to take me back to Front Street or something. And I'm like, what we doing? I'm like, what we doing? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, no, I'm trying to stay over there. I like that work. I like that work that I got. So after that, he just took me where I needed to be at.
Got you. So you got your pop. What's the difference? Because you got both of them in the corner, Bozy and your pops. What did both of them bring to the table for you as far as a fighter at this point? Like just training with you, and then when you in the corner in fights in between rounds, what is it that both of them do different, but that is still like it harness with you?
It's like it's like now, it's like everybody's so in sync now. It's basically it's like we be knowing what they gonna say before they even gonna say it. Honestly,
Right.
like you said, when I was going back to the corner, I already knew. I already got in my head. I'm like, man, they about to tell me I got to pop the jab. I got to pick it up. I gotta do this. We already be in sync a little bit, and I be knowing what they gonna talk about. So, but they different. They definitely bring different things. It's like it'd be hard to say because they
Like,
like
all right, so basically, I'm gonna help you out there because I get what you're saying, right? Like, I didn't interview some coaches, and some of them be like, I ain't gonna lie, I teach my fighters go for the knockout because we don't get paid for overtime. We get paid for what's on the dotted line. Then I didn't interview some coaches where they like, nah, we like to season it up, marinate. We gonna go in there, we gonna pop the jab, we gonna get everything, we gonna fight, and then if the knockout come, we gonna go ahead and attack, but we gonna take our time. What type of fighting that's so break them down? What's their styles? What's your pop style?
see both of them. It's like both of them. They more so on the go in there, fill them out. Don't let they don't let them get no confidence. But every time, both of them, they just go in there, pop your jab, fill it out. Just box because that's our main. That's our specialty right there. We box and our defense always tight. So they go in there and they like go in there, feel the jab, don't let them get comfortable. And then once if you hear them both in the fight, they both jumped on the same thing, same time. When they seen it, they like, all right, now it's time to go in there and put the pressure. And so once they both start saying that, it's like, all right, it's time to pick it up. You know what I mean? But
Gotcha.
like I said, he was, when you trying to go get somebody and they not trying to get got, it's
Yeah, he was. When after you knocked him down in that third round, I seen him. I was like, "Oh, Ty!" I was yelling at my screen. I was like, "Ty, you gotta get him out of here. You gotta get him out of here now, because he's a
yeah,
dangerous fighter." I was like, "You gotta get him out." But I seen he used them ropes. Like you, did you watch when Tyson Fury and Usyk fought?
I did.
And you remember when Usyk wobbled Tyson Fury and Tyson was using the
Yeah,
ropes to keep him? That's what he was doing with you. He was like, "No, I'm gonna keep trying any way possible." Like he wasn't trying to let you get. He wasn't trying to let you get him out of there.
yeah, man. And you can tell like his experience showed.
Right.
He knew what to do, and he knew what to do in that situation. He every time I got close, or every time I was about to do something, he come in, grab me, and tie me up. So his experience showed him staying away. But after that, after the knockdown, I feel like if you watch the first two rounds, I feel like he was there. He was a little more planted. After the knockdown, I
Yeah,
feel
he
like it
was
was
more cautious. I guess that power.
more
That's
so
what I was gonna
survival.
say. He felt your power and he got a lot more cautious. He was in them later rounds where I kind of felt like he was trying to get his confidence back. I feel like he was
Yeah,
trying to, but I think his corner kept telling him, or his instincts was telling him, we already got knocked down once, bitch. You know his power's there.
yeah. So I seen that, and I seen that in the later rounds. He definitely tried to come, but it was more so. He wasn't trying to commit to nothing.
Right.
That was the main thing, and I seen that. No matter what, I seen he wasn't trying to commit, because at no point in the fight was I in trouble. No point in the fight did he hurt me. I can't. I didn't really feel no punches until I watched it. I'm like, oh, he caught me with that. And then I'm like, he did catch me with that. But during the fight, I didn't feel nothing.
Okay, got you. So after the fight, when it was announced unanimous victory, you showed a lot of emotions. Like you was, I wouldn't say you was nervous they wasn't gonna give you it, but it's like a lot of emotions poured out of you with that. What exactly was them emotions when it came at you?
The emotion is more so about the milestone that we got over. You get what I'm saying? It was more so like, man, like we finally did something. Like, man. But it was more so like I wasn't worried about that at all, because I definitely knew whole fight I put the pressure. I knew I had the edge the whole fight. So I wasn't nervous about the decision. But it was just like it was not overwhelming, man. The feeling, it didn't even hit me until I got back to the dressing room. I'm like, man, we really, man, we
Yeah,
really got something done.
you definitely,
You know
definitely.
what I'm saying?
So, what's the plan? I ain't gonna sit here and ask you to call nobody specific out, because I mean, I know you want all the champions. We know Devin and Brian, they fighting
Yeah,
next month,
yeah,
so that we'll find out who gets that. You got Rolly, he was up to that champ now because Jerron, obviously he moved up to 154. You still got Barrios there. I know your eyes. Is there a certain sanctioning body belt with your eyes is on? Like, no, I want to get in there, or is it just you like you said when I asked you about you and Eddie? The plan's the plan. We gonna go forward with the plan, and that's where we gonna go.
the plan is the plan. We want to get up. We want them belts.
Yeah,
You know, at the same time, you see everybody busy, like you said. They getting busy on the 22nd. Supposedly Rolly got something coming up. So everybody busy. So I ain't gonna jump the gun like, oh yeah, I want to fight them this month, and I want to fight
knowing they
them
got to
next.
fight. Yeah, yeah,
You get what I'm saying? So I ain't on that type of time. But I definitely want them belts. I want them opportunities, and I want anybody who above me. I'm
yeah.
I'm right I'm right here. I want the people who above me. Ain't no reason I
Got,
can't go back at all. So anybody who where I'm at and above, you know what I mean, I'm trying to get it in.
Got you, man. And I'm only gonna ask you one question about him. What you think about that main event with your stablemate, your gym partner, Boots Ennis, Jerron Ennis? How you think he looked out there that main event, man?
Looked spectacular, his 154 debut. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Went in there and did exactly what he was supposed to do. It put the 154 division on notice. And just like, he want them big fights at 54, just like I want them big fights at 47.
Got you.
You know.
Got you. So next year for the welterweight and the super welterweight, we could be expecting Bosey's Dungeon. That gym, we want all the big fights. Ty Smalls in the big fight, Jerron Ennis in the big fights. Let's go ahead and
We
address
about
the
to wrap
elephant
these
in the
joints
room,
right up.
Ty. If we can see Ty in them bigger fights next year.
For sure. Ain't no if ands or buts about it. You definitely gonna see me in them top fights against these top guys, the top 10 guys. We making it happen. 2026, we making it happen.
Got you, man. Is it gonna be some more fights in Philly? We coming back to the city. They gonna be in the P.
I hope, but I definitely want to get around. You don't want to be in the city too much. I
Right.
definitely want to fight in Vegas. I definitely want to fight in New York, but it ain't nothing like fighting in your hometown.
Ain't nothing. Got home energy gives you that. Yeah, I'm fighting in front of y'all, letting y'all know. I told y'all it was gonna happen.
But in boxing, that goal is to fight at that MGM out in Vegas.
Yep.
That goal is to fight in the Madison Square Garden, the Barclays. All them big stages, man. That's dreams of everybody, every fighter. So I definitely want to make that happen.
So I mean, you speaking of Vegas, at the talk of the town, we all know what fight we want to see Boots in. If that fight happens, is we gonna see Ty on that undercard? Hopefully in a good fight himself.
Man, I can't put myself on the card, but I'll definitely love to be on there and be a part of that history.
Yeah,
You get
because
what I'm saying?
that's a Vegas fight right there. So Ty,
Yeah.
you just spoke about MGM Grand. That's definitely a Vegas fight.
I definitely want to be on that, man. I don't want to be left out of that. But like I said, I can't put myself on these cards. So, whatever they decide to do, I'm here for it. I just want to keep moving forward.
We got you, man. So we'll get a little talk about. So who were some people you was getting some sparring work, getting ready for this the Jose Raymond fight? Who were some people you was getting some sparring work in with?
Yeah, it was a couple tall. Man, I was trying to get all 6'2" and plus
Yeah,
guys.
he had some height on him.
Yeah, and I know they had him at 6'2". He ain't no 6'2". Cause I'm
How tall
6'4".
was he? He was taller or shorter?
Taller, easily.
Yeah.
6'4", 6'4" at least.
He's like he
a
like a
basketball player.
Sebastian Findor then.
Yeah, he was a basketball player for sure. He was 6'4", 6'5". Because everybody, I had some real tall guys coming in the gym and sparring.
Right.
He was taller than all of them. You know what I'm saying? So I had a couple guys. My guy Hooks was coming up helping me out. I was boxing, bro. I was boxing Boots, getting ready for this joint. My guy was Samuel from out Cali. He came down, checked in with us. It was, I got some good work. I can't even, man. I ain't gonna lie. I can't even remember. I done been in camp 2 months and I sparred 3 times a week, 4 times a week. So I can't even remember everybody was sparring.
They said 2-3 times a week. Are you back training now, or you been taking a couple days off just to rest up from that fight, that 10 round? I mean,
I can't never stay away from the gym. I've been in the gym 3 times this week just to be around the environment. You get what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So I can't stay out the gym. As far as training, they won't even let me train. They wouldn't even let me train this week. Bosey, my dad.
They want to let your body rest, right?
Yeah, so they was just happy I was in the gym. I was in there watching guys spar. I just want to still be around it, But they was like, man, they said just chill out for the week and just, But Monday next week I'm back, man. I don't care if I got going there.
Stay ready. You ain't got to get ready.
Yeah, I don't care if I got going there jump rope every day. I'm in there.
All right. So growing up, man, let's talk a little bit more about your history. Growing up, what was some boxers you liked watching that you probably say, all right, I asked you, who's your top five favorite boxers that you liked watching growing up? And even now, like that you might still go back, watch some of their old fights and study them.
See, me, I was a man. See, I used to love watching all. Oh, of course, growing up, Floyd was the guy to watch.
Yeah,
In this
absolutely.
era, Floyd was
That's
the guy
our
to watch. But
area.
I used to love watching Sugar Ray Robinson. Sugar Ray Leonard, Purnell. When when I really wanted to learn how, cause I used to watch Purnell, like, yo, how he getting out the way of that? Like, what is he doing? So I used to watch Purnell heavy. Roy Jones, Ernie Shavers. I used to watch everybody, man.
You going back. You going back. You watch the old heads.
I used to, yeah, that's what I even still now to this day. That's what I watch. I watch Terrence Crawford. Now, Canelo was one of my favorites. Tank, I like Tank a lot. It's man, I watch everybody for real. I picked up everything from everybody.
Who would you say? All right, let's narrow it down to three. Three fighters that you try to say you wanted to mirror your game after. You mirror your fight game after.
I probably couldn't even give you no fighter. There's no fighters out here that I say I want to fight like.
No, not now, not currently. I'm talking about back,
Oh,
like
back
back
then,
growing up. Yeah, not now, currently in this era.
I wanted to, man. I wanted to, I wanted to fight like Floyd. I wanted to slip like Purnell, and I wanted to punch like Tyson. That's
You
exactly
want it to
how I
be,
always
you
how I
wanted the
wanted it to go.
complete package, the IQ, the power, and the defense. Okay. That's not a bad three.
Say that
Floyd
again.
Purnell. I said you wanted the three, you wanted the IQ, the power, and the defense. The defense like Purnell and Floyd, the IQ of Floyd, and the power of Mike.
Yeah,
Gosh, man. That's not a bad three, though. That's not a bad three. You also had another one of your stable mates on that card with you, Dennis Storm, man. I said Dennis Storm. Dennis Thompson. Dennis the Quiet Storm Thompson, man.
yeah. DJ Problem, man.
Yeah,
DJ
DJ
Problem,
definitely
man.
is.
120, 122, 126. Yeah, I mean, that's who y'all definitely better watch out for, because that dude, what weight is that? What weight is that?
Yeah, you said it. He's 122, 126.
What is that, featherweight, though?
Yeah. Let me double check his right now for you. But yeah, he's
Man,
featherweight, though.
he a big featherweight, man. So y'all better stay away from that dude, man.
He said
Yeah,
stay
I
away
mean,
from that dude, man. So,
yeah, that's my youngin' though, man.
okay. All right. So that before we get up out of here, man, you got any more words that let people know what's going on, man? What we can expect? Like you said, you waiting, you and Eddie gonna sit down and talk. You just got out of your first 10 rounder. You won the belt. You and Eddie gonna sit down and discuss it. But we hopefully give some people some time, a time frame, maybe in the beginning of the year, spring, summer. Or hopefully we ain't gotta wait that long to see you this summer.
Yeah, no. Oh no, yeah. Y'all definitely gonna see me back in the next. Y'all definitely gonna see me back within the next 3 months. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Three. I hope. I'm not trying to sit out for forever. I'm definitely trying to get back in the next 2 3 months. I ain't taking no damage. I'm not. I'm not ready to sit down. So
Got you.
I'll get back soon. Soon as they give me the call, yeah, make it happen.
Got you, man. So hopefully we get to see you in there soon. Yeah, Dennis is a bantamweight. Yep. But so hopefully we
Oh,
get to
yeah,
see you soon, man. It was good rapping with you. For everybody that tuned in, it's Ty Smalls. Y'all know where to find. Where we follow you. Drop them socials for everybody, man.
man. I'm at Top Smalls on everything. TAH Smalls on everything.
Instagram,
So
Twitter,
just
Facebook.
tap in with me. Stay tuned for the journey, because we just getting started, man. It's just the beginning. I
I got you,
appreciate
man.
everybody that's showing support. I appreciate you for having me.
Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna be pulling up to the gym. I'm gonna be pulling up to the dungeon real soon, man. You gonna see me in person real soon at the dungeon. I'm working on
Bet,
something right now, but I'll be at the dungeon real soon.
bet, and man, I'm looking forward to seeing you, man. Hopefully, we can do
Got you,
another
man.
interview when we pull up in
I
person.
got you.
Then
Say no more. Then we locked in.
say no more. Say no more.
Appreciate you, man. Take care. For everybody that tuned in today, appreciate you, man.
All right, I'll be careful out here, man.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all, man. Thank you for everybody that tuned in. If you watching right now, we'll be back on at 7:30. I got Lorenzo Truck Simpson out of Baltimore. He'll be stopping by at 7:30, man. For all y'all in here, hit that like button, man. If you ain't already subscribed, tap that subscribe button. Like I said, stop back by Smitty Zoo. At 7:30. We'll be in here. Me and Lorenzo Truck Simpson. We'll be back. Holla.